Now the little ones that we see, that they're not the tall ones, but the smaller ones, the ones that are 3 to 4 feet tall, they're genetically engineered, and they are part gray and part plant life. And the reason they created them was originally for space travel. They were created a long time ago because they could survive. They didn't have to pack a lot of food. They could make nutrients with sunlight.
Exactly, that was I hear. But so we are being crossed with taller grays.
Yes.
Which are real non-robot beings, right?
They
not artificial beings. They are real rays.
They're real beings, yeah. They're
While
just
smaller ones are more like robots.
They don't like to be called that.
But still, smaller ones are being grown.
They're genetically engineered.
Yeah, smaller ones are being grown in.
They have a spirit. They have a soul. They have a soul.
I believe that computers have souls, so that's not a big deal. But the small ones are being grown in vitro in some sort of incubators. Well, how about big ones, bigger, taller ones?
They, I don't know. I don't know their birthing process. But I believe that they have to grow from childhood. You know, because I know they have families and stuff. They
have families.
Yeah,
that's big news.
Well, you know, I was shown buildings like homes.
Wow.
And I was shown like a desert type region with like almost like stucco type buildings, curved and circular. And
will it grow for us later?
Yeah, but it's vague, so my drawing wouldn't be that great. But
I mean, that's something new.
You know, just think of desert region with unusual looking plants, and but that could be just one part of their planet. You look at our planet, we've got such a variety, and I'm sure it goes the same anywhere else.
Talking about origins, do you know of Martians being our ancestors in a way?
Only what I've read, and I don't want that to interfere with what I've learned from them.
I see. Any other planet being part of our ancestry?
Oh boy. I don't know.
Another question about evolution. I wonder, so we certainly know that, you know, evolution was here on the planet, and originally it was dinosaurs, and there was no humans, and then humans, no dinosaurs. Is it paralleled by evolution in the whole star system, galaxy? Maybe the whole galaxy was populated with dinosaurs, and they were kind of crossing over between different planets. Is it like that, or our planet, each planet has to go from simple fish to humanoids? How does it go? Do you have
evolution? There's evolution, and then mostly there's evolution. But because of what happened here, where our evolution was interfered with, that's why there's been a lot of interference with other beings coming in, and you know, it's almost like a garbage dump, to say the least, you know.
So my question, very simple question is, if they interfered with humans, evolution of humans, they might have interfered with evolution of fish, plants, any other species.
Yeah. They did a lot of genetic experiments. It was hideous, the ones that did it. They crossed animals with them, and they had, you hear the stories of mythology, and if you look at the ancient Egyptian tombs, you'll see the evidence of like a monkey-type creature with a humanoid head, with a rope wrapped around the neck, you know, like a pet, you know, and then other creatures that that you hear about that were part human and part animal, and then all that was destroyed. I don't know how. I just know it was.
Do you know anything about origin of Jews? Raw material and high strangeness talk about Jews being created by beings from humans as a genetic variation of humans.
No, I don't know. Because when talking to them, I always assumed it as the planet as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
When they talk about humans, Earthlings, as a whole, and then just by our environment, our environment changes us as well over the years,
Yeah. They talk about someone talks about fractality of the air of the air that the air makes us live shorter lives. That originally life was longer, and it's like kind of shortens as the planet becomes less ordered, I guess.
That could have to do
Less
with
frequent.
the electromagnetic field around the planet.
Yep. What can you comment on the origin of Bible and other religions?
Oh boy.
Did extraterrestrials contribute here?
That, I don't know. I have opinions, but for them to sit down and say, I couldn't definitively. I just have my personal opinions, and
You can say your personal opinion without referring to your experiences. Just say that's my personal opinion.
okay. I believe that a lot of the ancient texts that were written over the years have been corrupted through translation
Oh, that we know for sure.
and power.
Yep.
And a lot of the really important books were burned during the Inquisition, and
Mm-hmm.
things that what they called or referred to as the mysteries. They were all destroyed, and it could have been scientific information,
Mm-hmm.
or spiritual information that was very important, and
I think most
It was
important who
burned.
we are, where did we come from?
yeah,
That's
they was
the
all
thing.
destroyed, all destroyed.
Talking about books, you mentioned, I think, in your previously that they had a book. That on the ship they got a book. Is it true? There was a book that they gave you. Was it your story? Maybe it was a story from someone else.
That must have been somebody else.
I think I read it elsewhere, and I
Yeah.
kind of
I was given.
assigned it to you. But I was very surprised that these advanced technologies would still use old-fashioned books. So it wasn't you, and you haven't seen anything like books on the ship. On the
No, I've
ship.
never seen any books. But I've actually written something down on a piece of what looked like paper. It wasn't paper because it felt rubbery and thin.
Mhm.
And the pen that I wrote with, or the implement, was like a pen, but it was more like a child's toy because whatever color I thought of, that's what the color that came out.
Funny.
And I thought,
Do
that
they
was
have
a-
anything pretty, anything interesting on these ships? So far, you didn't describe anything other than hallways, doors, and tables.
all right,
And
bathroom.
bathroom? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was a box, a white box, weightless. And they wanted me to empty my bladder before an exam. And nobody ever remembers bathroom stuff. Well, I do. And no modesty. They just put the box in the middle of the room and they lift the lid and they say, empty your bladder. And you do. And of course, you're feeling zoned out, so it doesn't bother you. And then they pick it up and they take it away. Yeah, and
So you spend hours and hours. So you use bathroom there when you spend hours.